Should be good. Right all. Hey all, JDSter64 here. Sorry for the long wait between streams, but the holidays happened and are fixing to happen again in the near future. So hopefully I'll get through the rest of the game before then. Shouldn't take more than a few more streams. Anyway, we can stare at this poetic little message here for a bit. Anything not saved will be lost. Really deep words. And starting there totally was not an excuse to make that play correctly the first time. This time? Alright, we're already halfway there.
Mario, Luigi.
Hey Manta and Crow Batman, what's up? As I recall, we had one last thing to do in Dome 4, which was basically just finish off Bowser there. Going up here, this isn't where Dome 4 is. Maybe I'm misremembering though. No, that's done, so this is all. Yeah, this is just a Luigi thing, Mana. Just whenever you boot up the file, basically. Mario, they're not so generous with. It's like they know that you're way less, or way more likely to die with Luigi. Or maybe I'm just bad. It's entirely possible. This was always a cool stage. Did a lot with the gravity stuff. That slidiness, man. This time we'll just walk slowly. Yeah, that antimatter is insta-death, as it might well look. Gravity. Yeah, that's the idea, Manta. I'll be playing through the whole thing. There's probably some shortcutting that could be done here. I probably shouldn't have jumped off of that. Can't walk off of that. The wall kick off of that, so I guess let's go back around this way. They give you this drop. They're getting up here. There's something up on the other side there? Oh yeah. Forgot about this. Not sure what the point of those coins are. Little antimatter fields here. Yeah, I've definitely played the game before. A lot of my favorites are still coming up. The 6th Dome has, like, is by far my favorite dome overall, with my favorite couple of courses. Let's get greedy. expect you to look. Sixth Dome is the garden, I think. The other side. Yeah, Fifth Dome is engine room. That's the next one, and what I'll be spending most of the stream tackling, probably. I wouldn't call this my childhood, I guess. I was like, gosh, I guess 16-ish when I played through this the whole way through the first time. But definitely brings back memories of, you know, pre-college adulthood, that sort of thing. Fireball attack thing. Baiting that out without the spin getting in the way is a bit difficult, admittedly. It's fun to dodge once the fireballs make their full loop. Yeah, some of those green stars were pretty dang tough. I remember that taking a lot more doing than playing through the standard 120, even, like, especially my first time through. But I beat, like, all of Galaxy 2 within a week. Wow. Oh, my stream didn't work. It doesn't look like it, at least not on OBS's side. So we could just finish the game right now, but let's put that off till the end of the stream at least. Good thing about Galaxy 2 is, for me, it came out right when school ended. Although I was also in college at the time, so... I had nothing better to do. Especially freshman year, when, like, getting an internship wasn't really in the cards. You don't happen to know where other Luigi is, do you? Guess not. Right, so instead of going to that new galaxy, let's check out some random colored stars instead. Actually, no, let's put this off. I think I can go to the Gateway Galaxy now. Do that next. Maybe you can't do that yet. Or maybe he never, in fact, actually tells you anything there, and you just need to go up to the engine room yourself. I went the wrong way. Oh, I forgot about you. Okay, skip it. Let's do this first. As I recall, this is a pretty cool boss. Or maybe I have these mixed up, which is entirely possible. Oh no, this is a separate water level. There's a lot of one-off water levels in Galaxy. This one's got some good ambience, though. Ring. I don't know how many stars I'd call outright bad in either Galaxy game. The speedrun ones in this game are certainly some of the lowest points, in my opinion, just because they're so, like, repetitive. Like, the missions are by and large, like, pretty dang fun in those games. Well, that was one way to get rid of a star. These restore all of your air. Interesting. I forget if you have to have a shell to get to the upper half of this. Luigi, stop with the jumping. Just try to get these. Fifth one's here. In fact, you use the launch star to get up there. That would make sense. I think this little draw distance on these grass tufts makes it easier to see. Yeah, no worries, Blood Canine. Feel free to drop in whenever you get the chance. I wasn't paying attention. It spawned down here, didn't it? Luigi's ludicrously fast. Alright, we need that gold shell for the gold chest. Mic audio is a bit low, like compared to the game, or just absolutely? There's only so much I can do about the audio without it making it clip. I could turn it up a little bit. hoping I'd be able to take more of those out just incidentally. Let me try turning it up a little tiny bit. That's not even noticeably more. Alright, hopefully that works. I can lean in a little bit as well. I'm kind of leaning back at the moment. Toad, just let me jump. This is gonna make me feel bad for not rescuing Peach every time I come back here. Reorganize these windows so I can actually see stuff. Where does one actually get to the engine room? It's up here, right? Oh, you have to beat the engine room to do all that other stuff? Well, I guess we could just go straight to the boss of this area, and then unlock all that now. But nah, let's go ahead and do the, let's do the trial Galaxies. We put them off long enough. Yeah, I mean, I just had this file laying around where I'd played as Mario already, so I thought it might as well. Let's get the worst one out of the way first, for sure. Not necessarily hardest. Really, really despise the Manta Ray gimmick compared to the other two. Just not fun. That said, the shape of this galaxy is just downright ridiculous when you look at it without actually playing it. Oh, you do have a time limit on this. It's an incredibly generous one. Double the suggested challenge time. And I am not going to be going for a sub 130. I will just fine take finishing the course in any amount of time.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Cloud, what's up? You came in
just in time for
just in time for the trifecta of fun Wiimote stuff.
I mean, if you take it slow, this one's really easy.
Yeah, I forgot there was actually a time limit on this one, though.
Yeah, and there is something you get for it. Well, sort of.
What do you get? First place?
There's like a launch star that just kind of loops you around the galaxy.
Oh.
And gives you like a ton of star bits.
I forgot about that. Well, I'm not gonna go for it because this is really, really thin.
It's like not as hard as I thought it would be, but it's also like you don't have to do it, so like it's really misleading. It makes you think you have to beat that time.
I mean, like, no, you have to beat it in 3 minutes.
Yeah, but like with the best time down there, you think that's what you have to beat.
Frickin' no way. Although I guess I'm gonna come close if this is the final curve.
Yeah, the gate's just over there.
Ah, shoot, I'm gonna get, like, so close. Oh, I did actually do it! By, like, 6 frames. Not an easy time to get. Well, alrighty then. That was unexpected.
Yeah, that's what he means. He wants you to say hello to everyone.
Oh, hi. Let's just slip off this here.
that little gap in between there. I wonder what happens if you get Luigi into the water somehow.
Yeah, if you
that's
just take
possible.
a flying leap.
Like if that's actually water.
Oh, I think it is. You'd just be kind of screwed out of doing much. God,
Though it looks way farther actually.
I've
you're on
literally
those
never done
platforms.
this before. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, it's just for star bits.
I think it's a good number of star bits.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, they want you to feel good for doing that. Yeah, that's what happens if you beat that time.
Well, now we know. Gosh,
It's
imagine if
it's not just there for bragging rights.
Imagine if it just put you here every time you got a star, just to make you feel bad for not beating the game. I know it's just because I keep doing the one-off Galaxies.
Gosh, going up to the garden every single time.
Oh, the garden's one warp pad away.
I forget it. There's that one really big shortcut. I guess the engine room would be more of a pain to get to.
Yeah. Or the bedroom.
Or the
just 'cause
kitchen.
it's- Yeah. Either of the ones on the right side. Let's hope I don't accidentally disconnect that again during this.
Gonna save the best for last.
Oh yeah, man. As much as I like the bubble one, this can be very tedious if you make a dumb mistake on the first half.
Yeah, this is one of my least favorite levels in the whole game.
I
I don't find it hard. I just find it boring.
I like it a lot. I just wish there were checkpoints.
Yeah.
I don't recall any of these being more particularly difficult than the others, so I'm just going to take them in order. I don't know if two-handing this would make it easier. Probably not. I know there's secrets if you go for all the coins, but I'm not going to bother with that. Actually, no, I do have to go to the end of this. There's no way to get out of this otherwise. Oh, interesting. Does it actually start the race with the timer and everything if you do that?
Yeah, at least you get the nice music here.
I know, right? I love it. Just a little tiny bit of like, kind of the whole way. This one is very generous with the star bits too. I haven't even been going out of
They
my
kind
way
of
for
all
them.
are, really.
Yeah, it's like they expect you to die or something. That one's not even really out of the way. I could have easily done that without waiting. I just pop the balloon against that corner.
I remember trying to, like, get onto that platform again for some reason.
Yeah.
Instead of taking the warp star and then just falling.
I'll just give you these coins here. I guess maybe to point you towards where is safest. Not particularly. So I'll be sad if I take a hit in this, because this is like the emptiest section thus far. If I knew where those things were in advance, that would be really easy to do at top speed. Nice view of the black hole there. Maybe I'm wrong and there is actually a checkpoint here, but I'm not gonna try to find out if at all possible. I don't trust the bullet bills to behave. I'm not gonna show off and go for one-ups. We've already seen in other levels how well they work when you actually want them to hit something. Confused about what was a wall and what was not for a second there. This reminds me of that clubber room in Paper Mario 64. Easy peasy. And now for the fun one. Admittedly, the one that took me like 30 deaths. My first time playing through the game. Scoot over a bit here so I have some arm room. John, someone in the YouTube chat said otherwise, so I don't remember, honestly. I want to say at one point I actually went through and got all the coins in this course. Just for the added challenge of it all. Alright, now for the fun. I feel like half of my deaths were just getting through this first section. It's definitely non-trivial. Also, I like that I've already picked up 16 lives in the little tiny bit of time I've been playing this. In addition to the 20 that they gave. Now, it's entirely possible if you thought to use two hands, or just have more, like, hand coordination than I do with one, that this could have been easy the first time. Whoop! That was almost bad. Wow, this is a very forgiving ball. Several of those jumps should have been death. Star bits over there. Hey Clifford, what's up? This is the one part that's still a little bit nerve-wracking, but not very. And that's most of the motion control nonsense we'll see for the rest of the game. Yeah, you actually can use the pointer here, unlike a loop-de-swoop, or like those sorts of things. I missed what you were asking about before in Galaxy 2, Vlad. I think this is the last one of these. At which which point we'll have officially finished all of the lower galaxies, aside from post-game stuff. Personally, I do prefer... Oh no, yeah, I think the pointer has always been... I'm pretty sure it's been in both Galaxy 1 and 2, Cloud, in those sorts of rolling ball levels. Maybe I'm mistaken. But no, I think I do like Galaxy 1 better of the two games. If only slightly in some respects. I just really like the ambience. And I really find the levels a little bit more enjoyable too, on average. Look at this, a place where you can actually use camera to your advantage. Had to squeeze that one last one up in there. I mean, there's a lot of different ways they could go with Odyssey 2 to improve, like, the concepts in the original. Like, I think sticking with one sort of level design could probably benefit it. Like, I like the Sand Kingdom, the Metro Kingdom, and the Luncheon Kingdom for very different reasons. And each of them could make a good game on their own. Forgot I was in a dome that had already finished everything else. Cool, then. Let's go ahead and head up to the upper level. I did not think I was on top of that. Because lack of shadows. Yeah, bad. What? That was worse. Because that one wasn't my fault. Alright, we'll go up the slow way. Let's do my usual thing and just sort of... This is the easiest to bonk on, I feel. Yeah, but no, let's do my usual thing here and go straight for the boss. That way we can unlock all the rest of the stuff at once. Yeah, I've definitely seen that loop-de-swoop thing before. I couldn't remember which of the courses it was in. Cloud, do you think you'll be back on co-commentary at some point, or not? Oh boy, more bullet bills. This planet looks really cool. Even if this is like a really short stage. I was trying to shortcut, and I don't think that bullet would have been able to make those curves either way. Let's make it a little bit more likely that I can get it all the way over there. Star bits to shoot. Well, that did about exactly what I would have thought. I wasn't expecting it to make it up there in the first place. Dang it. It's always a balancing act. I kind of forget that Bowser Jr. is even in this, even if it is technically a boss area, just because he delegates a lot of his work in this game. But to be fair, he delegates 1/3 of his work in the other game as well. Bad at hitting those things. Work out. Yeah, I mean, they already had one fiery remake boss, though, in Melty Molten. They couldn't very well have two of them. Could be more out of nowhere. Could be Fiery Gobblegut. Funny that there's a... One of those galaxies isn't even yet unlocked, with me having like 8 stars over the amount required to beat the game. Alright. Before we go back to the engine room, let's go unlock some shortcuts here. Forgetting something, I thought there was a shortcut to the engine room level, too. Oh, here it is. This was here last time. Ideal 3D Kirby game? Hard to say, just because, like... I don't know, man. Like... I think there is still things that could be explored further with the 2D stuff that just hasn't been. I guess if it were anything, I'd kind of want something more in the vein of, like, that's where I feel like some more simplistic gameplay, like 64s or Star Allies, could really come to shine. Like, a bunch of things that only have 1 or 2 moves to them, but, like, I don't know, just combining a bunch of stuff. Like, I don't feel like the 3D gameplay would lend itself well to having superstars, like, really complicated movesets. That said, I haven't played Battle Royale, so I don't know how well they pulled it off in that game. Alright, now that we've unlocked all this stuff, let's actually go do the gateway thing. What does Luigi have to say here? Ah, Luigi, you're not gonna go find all the ones in, like, Dreadnought Galaxy for me? You could at least find the speedrun one. That would save me so much time. But yeah, you eventually make it back to this little galaxy. You don't really have much of an opportunity to explore it with the spin move. Let's go knock out the ones in the air first. Inevitably, I missed some. I only missed one this time around, so that's nice. I feel like this planet, above all others, just really doesn't know what to do with the camera half the time. I don't know how much of that is the fault of the flying star thing itself, and how much of it is just spheres, man, spheres. Yeah, let's forgo the whole flying thing unless it's absolutely necessary. I feel like asking about Mario canon is a fairly dubious exercise in the first place. Like, the only ones I hold to be canon, personally, are New Super Mario Bros. Wii and Super Mario Land 2. That's about it, honestly. The rest are very questionable. There's gotta be a lot more purple coins on this main area before I head up back to the platform. I could believe there being 10 on that last platform. 10 is round enough. No idea if the Mr. L reference was intentional, because Super Paper Mario was a very new game at the point this released. I guess we did finish all the Gateway Galaxies, so it's only fair that one would appear, but it seems kind of weird that it appears out of order. But yeah, besides that being the one red power star for some reason, that also unlocks the ability to fly around this main hub. Which is useful for getting to the gate only, and that's about it. Where the gate is. Oh, I forget there was that one up under this platform. I think there's also one on top of the Comet Observatory. Do we even have that many? Yeah. Okay, Alright, I forgot about this. Which galaxy in this game is my least favorite, or in general? Like, probably Snowcap, just because it's a little obnoxious. If that's cheating, like, full ones? Probably Sea Slide, because it's all filler. And beyond that, maybe Dusty Dune, just because, like, sand levels are obnoxious, generally. I always like the design of this little race course. Hello, pixelation. Why is... You're seeing this too, right? Why did the resolution just drop in half? I need Chugga Conroy to tell me what these little spring things are called. If they even have a name. Actually, it really seems like the... It must be these wavy areas just really, like, put a toll on the resolution. Things you don't notice until you play them on a bigger than 9-inch TV. I think for the moment, I think we're done with one-offs. We can actually go back to Galaxy 5. Or Dome 5, rather.
Okay, I should be back now.
Now you get to see me
actually stick around.
start the dome proper here.
Which one?
The engine room.
Oh, goody. Those galaxies.
Gotta get done at some point, man. At least one of them's somewhat entertaining.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, I really like Toy Time, so...
Yeah, and I mean, I like Gold Blade for what it's worth. Derivative
It's
though
alright.
it might be. If anything, it just goes to show that they could have put more ideas than they already had into some of these galaxies
Yeah.
without really stretching them. Like, I think the missions in that are just as good, if not better, than the ones in Honey Hive. Oh, I forgot about this.
I don't really disagree. And yeah, this is where King Finn is.
This is Cloudy Canine, Metaray.
Yeah, that's me, from the server, I guess.
You may know him from approximately every stream I've done.
Depends how many you've seen. up to this point. Man, that background looks so cool.
This boss. I remember, like,
It is really fun.
from the early days of Mario fandom on the internet, at least as far as I was concerned.
Wasn't this in the trailers or something?
Maybe. I never followed this game before.
I didn't either, so I'm probably just talking nonsense, but
I barely had any internet access.
I just feel like this right here is like the perfect thing to put in a trailer. Like this view right here.
Yeah, like this here. This is like the what is his name even? Like the dragon boss in Odyssey of this game. It's just like this has little to nothing to do with the style of the rest of the game, and I love it.
I mean, he is a big version of the like small little skeleton fish, whatever those are called.
I mean, sure.
Heck if I can remember where those even are though in the main game.
No, they're not. I think they're only in one-offs. I mean, fish bones are also kind of a thing in the Mario series.
Yeah.
It's just weird to see like a boss. Actually, no, I don't think these do appear anywhere else. I'm thinking of the eels and the drip drop.
I want to say one Galaxy somewhere in these games has like actual little small fish skeleton enemies. I'm not talking about these torpedoes, I'm talking about like enemies.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go for the
Did
bad
Galaxy
hit.
2 have like a spooky water level? I don't remember.
Not that I recollect. But no, like, from the old days, there was this site called DS Ultimate. I don't know whether it's gone the way of the dodo, like every other message board from the early days, but I remember there being like some appreciation page for this kingfin boss. It's like, okay, random. Of all the random things to have a page dedicated to. I landed one green shell. That's an achievement, honestly.
Yeah, like only his head is like much of a hitbox, really.
I'm not sure which direction it's easier to hit it with from either.
Don't forget your Luigi and your air goes down fast.
Oh, I forgot this was like a 6-hit.
Yeah, this guy's got a lot of health. But he gets the really like cool fast music.
Yeah, how many other bosses have this thing? This and Poltergeist?
Yeah, just those two.
Head him off pass here.
I think he's swimming faster now.
Yeah, he definitely seems to be.
Now that I look, I've never really noticed before.
Surface, dang it, Luigi.
I like how the intro like makes you think this is like some kind of Jaws boss, and then he doesn't actually really attack you at all.
Right out loud.
He's mostly just swimming around.
Let's hope this doesn't happen every time I spin in every course.
That's basically me with my nunchuck these days.
Yeah, these Wiimotes are kind of worn out. Licked by its tail there. Oh, 5 hits. Never mind. Unless I got a double hit there somehow. I don't think I hit him with that stray green shell I threw.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, really fun one-off.
This really showcases just how quickly Luigi loses air for shaking all over the place.
With swimming as fun as Galaxies, I'm glad we at least had one underwater boss.
It's true. Even if virtually everything on these upper floors is like completely optional. I mean, basically everything anywhere.
Including the Grand Star, right? You don't need that 5th Grand Star, don't you?
Nope.
Or do you?
You could just go straight
That's
to the
so
end
weird.
as soon as you finish Dome 4 if you've got the requisite 60 stars.
Should change Bowser Jr.'s text so that he's like,
Why
my
are you
dad's
even
not
here?"
really gonna care if you take this, but
Basically.
I mean, we still don't want you to have it, but...
Oh, more damage? Maybe. That'd be weird. They're already just so much better.
It would be fun. So hey, if you look to the left, now there's an L of star bits instead of an M.
Also, this is basically mirror mode from the original. One of these has a bell on the side of the screen. I don't remember which. So I'm just gonna...
I thought that was mission 2.
It probably is. I don't think it's this one in any case.
Yeah, there's no, like, bubble spray. This galaxy has one of my favorite, like, little hidden secrets, though.
Yeah, I want to say there's some way you can get, like, completely under the course.
Yeah, if you jump down in the, like, the middle hole area of this galaxy, there's, like, a coin you can grab. And if you have the, it's easy to do with the bee suit, if you look down there.
Yeah, I'll check that out after I'm... Maybe I should check that out now before I've made too much progress.
It's such a weird place secret, but that's why I love it. It's just so out there.
Yep, there's nowhere to land, so I'd better find it fast.
Yeah, there it is.
1 billion coins!
Oh, it's just coins? Huh.
And also a warp pipe. It probably just takes me back down. Or not.
No, this is like a little secret area.
Is there a rainbow star in here or something?
Most likely.
I don't imagine they would expect me to be able to take all of these out without getting hit. Otherwise.
And then it spawns music notes.
Just trying to save time. I'm taking them all out. It's not like I get a 3-up for doing so or anything. There's no other reason to be up on this waterfall.
And unlike Honey Hive, you don't even go up there for the 100 purple coins.
They're pretty, they're stuck on a pretty linear path compared to Honey Hive, which is fine. There's some,
Yeah, I really like the purple coins in this this galaxy.
Yeah, the comments are pretty funny in general in this one. I think it's funny that both of the non-purple comets on like the Honey Hive courses are
The cosmic races.
Yeah, cosmic clones. Not cosmic clones, just cosmic.
Cosmic clone singular.
I didn't need that, incidentally.
And they really don't expect you to have the controls mastered yet, do they?
A backflip and spin? I mean, to be fair, I am playing as Luigi. I didn't need to be up here, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, I think they did that in, was it Cloudy Court Galaxy? Or somewhere where it's like, hey, you should, no, it was Chopworks, right? Where the game just has like a pop-up for shaking the Wiimote. Hey, you should shake the Wiimote in World 4. I guess it does have to assume you didn't do flip swap.
Ah, camera.
I mean, I'd prefer a new Galaxy 2, but I think what's here in Gold Leaf is perfectly fine. Especially Mission 3, I really like that one.
Yeah. It has a very unique boss that isn't used anywhere else in the game.
It gets demoted in Galaxy 2.
Arguably, it gets demoted in this game.
Well, yeah, that is true. Can you beat Super Mario Galaxy 2 without activating this planet switch thing? Yes, because you're Luigi.
And if you have star bits, and can actually aim them, unlike me, it's pretty easy.
Well, star bits have a little bit of an auto-aim thing going on.
Tell that to my, whatever that guy's name was. King Caliente rematch.
Oh, were you trying to hit the blue guys?
I couldn't hit him for the life of me. You don't get a lot of star hits in that fight.
I have to wonder if those aren't treated as enemies, and like that's why the star bit won't home in on them. It just considers them like a stage hazard or something. Because you can't kill them otherwise, so...
Yeah, they're tough little enemies there. Tough little obstacles.
Oh hey, it's everyone's favorite enemy. Speaking of unkillable enemies.
Well, I love how many of these there are. Just imagine how quickly you could grind star bits if you had a second player. And if they didn't put a cap on how many you can get star bits from. Do you even need the kind of quack for this, or is Luigi capable of getting up there on his own?
I think you could do it with a triple jump, yeah.
I mean, for one, you could also just, like, come up here the other way.
You could just spin up the hill. Yeah, there's the bubble machine. Time for Bubble Blast Galaxy Part 3.
Yeah, surprise. You thought they were done. I mean, to be fair, the rolling ball also comes back a third time.
It is true. But not the manta ray.
Good. I don't know how they would possibly... I mean, I don't know. They do have a perfectly good C slide to put that in.
I know, that's very strange when I think about it.
Well, hello, Pop. That wasn't supposed to happen. Hopefully I get a second go at that.
Yeah, the top of the tree pops your bubble.
Okay, really, game? Also, is this really a forgiving enough timer that I might still be able to do it?
It's very forgiving. They expect you to fall down at least once.
Well, that was interesting. Bum. So delayed.
Well, that was a star. Oh yeah, I remember now what I was thinking about earlier, with the red star in the hub at the observatory. I remember there's a galaxy, like the Hungry Luma galaxy. There's one of them you can actually fly to and activate it without the launch star.
Huh.
I forget which one though, but I know one of them you can just fly up to it.
I have never tried that. Honestly, you don't actually need the B-suit for any of the stars in this galaxy, but boy are they impossible without it. Particularly
I mean,
this one.
I was gonna say, you're gonna have to do like frame-perfect flower jumps eventually, so... Let's see, I should have asked like way earlier, but is my volume fine?
Yeah, yours should be fine.
I like turned my volume down ever so slightly on my microphone.
I probably could have gotten up here alone.
And then you would have slipped if you didn't have the B-suit.
Okay, where are we actually headed?
Oh geez, it's Gusty Garden.
I may try... Did my batteries just die?
Wow, it really is a rite of passage to happen to every, like, Wii game, huh?
I replaced these before starting. What the heck, game? These are really worn out. I should have hooked up literally any other Wiimote. Let's try not to backtrack. Sigh. this guy to follow you around the corner. This is always an interesting...
It's the left path, by the way.
Yeah, I noticed.
I have no idea why I remember that one specific fork right there.
This setup is kind of reminding me of Chomp Romp from Mario Party 5. I don't know why, like having to lure him around that middle water thing.
Oh, was that like the one where you had like the playground-looking place?
Yeah, and you have to like lure the
him.
with the whistle.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
That game had some really fun decathlon minigames. And then it had Nightlight Fright, which was not.
I mean, it's better than that one from Mario Party 1.
Hello. Backtracking. Luigi, stop slipping. That was so close.
This planet has like the weirdest gravity in the game, I swear.
Like a double team me there at the end. Just ground pound. Cut the whole thing short. Just a little out of reach.
Time for many frame perfect jumps.
Man, I mean, I've got all night. I don't know about you guys.
yeah, same here.
I'd say this is really picky about going up here unless... Oh, I'm supposed to already have the B-suit to get up there. Pretty sure I don't.
And why is it a Jenga tower?
I don't know. Okay, it really wants you to have the B-suit there. Unless I am just approaching that from the wrong side.
I don't know why, but I feel like this planet belongs in like Puzzle Plank Galaxy.
Yeah. Okay, okay, there it is. I was gonna say, it's like, there's gotta be a B-suit on this planet. Trying to hit you, gotta grab.
Oh, I didn't realize you didn't know where it was. I was like, I saw it earlier.
Quit hitting me away from it. Dang gravity.
Probably with a star bit.
If I could make it all the way to the end. I don't trust myself to do that, though.
Yeah, one off. Close enough.
I wonder if you could go around the other way. Probably not, but you do go a good chunk of the way around that planet. Now the one that mostly forgoes the whole bee thing. Really long flower.
You could at least call the flowers by their official name.
Oh, that was not
whatever
where we
it was.
wanted to go. I admire you attempting to wall kick your way out of that, Luigi. I was hoping I could just sort of make it over there, because I think that's the only, like, difficult jump before, like, the climbing section. I'll give it one more go. Because not using power-ups in their intended ways is always about as fun as anything else in this game. Kind of surprised he was
Pretty
in
cool
here.
how much like aren't actually necessary.
See every single use of the spring jump. Or a spring, not spring jump, the spring thing. Spring mushroom.
Spring mushroom.
Wow! It's like the game really doesn't want you doing this or something.
I mean, admittedly, I've never done this. I wasn't aware this was even a thing you could do.
Well, I'm not gonna get back up that way. Entertaining as that would be. But just like a one-up? For no reason? I guess I'll take it, but
Okay then.
I was expecting something more out of that.
It's your one up for going off the beaten path, I guess.
Hey, like, none of this is the intended path. You're supposed to get over here eventually. Don't long jump, Luigi. Crying out loud. Come to a stop before you backflip.
Yeah, Galaxy's a lot stricter on slopes compared to Sunshine.
Luigi, why? Why must you be so slippery?
I mean, to be fair, I feel like you'd be having the same thing happening with Mario. It's just these trees.
It's like they're really shaped like you aren't meant to stand on them for very long.
I could probably say that about most trees.
That's fair. Ah, I was a little closer. Wow, I grabbed the edge. Nice save. Alright, let's do this the real way. Boy, that's disappointing. That was close, at least.
You know, and after all these years, I was always wondering to myself if the, like, homing stomp momentum thing would ever be useful somewhere.
Yeah, that's the only way that would be conceivable, besides, like, doing frame-perfect jumps off all of these clouds. It's just a little too far to be comfortable.
You could do, like, 50 frame-perfect spin jumps in Slipsand Galaxy.
If you're gonna give me a B suit, I'm gonna go and not use any of these platforms.
I kinda wish more Galaxies kinda had this thing going on where, like, one of the stars kinda, like, adds a new, like, area to the galaxy. It's like a very 64 Sunshine thing to do.
More Sunshine thing to do.
Yeah,
Half the
definitely more Sunshine.
Half the ones in 64 you can do WAP in any order you want. Can you make it all the way over there? Surely you can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can just climb up on that gate.
Oh, I could probably
Just like backflip and spin jump.
Oh yeah, that's the easier way. Dang it, I want to do it from this platform, though. Get a long jump without hitting the wall. And the camera angle is not conducive to that. Okay. We'll not try that again. That's definitely easier.
That looks pretty tight. I'm wondering if Mario is able to do that.
Okay, skip it. You get the idea.
It is close.
Really? You can't make that? Surely you can make that. Okay, maybe you can't.
You can't grab ledges when you're at B, unfortunately.
I don't know why the frame rate just kind of dips there for some reason.
That rain is very graphic intensive.
Like, only in that one location. In case you had doubts about which way was the intended path from there.
This game is 60 FPS, right?
Most of the
Or is it
time.
not? Yeah, most of the time.
Oh, water. Hello. Didn't even see it.
I mean, if anything, this guy's way easier without the beef. You can just like just triple jump up to him.
Yeah, we've seen how well I can triple jump earlier.
Well, you have a lot of room up here.
He needs to triple jump though. Harder from this direction,
This poor guy.
but only slightly. And now it put me back over here.
A World 5 boss, and he can't even damage you himself.
Dang it. Probably change these back clicks.
But that said, I want to say at least one time I've like gotten blown off this this course from a bubble the wrong way.
I'm very bad at timing consecutive ground bounds. Or backflips, apparently. For the record, you probably intended to use that switch in the back to make that a little easier. But yeah, triple jumping.
I can't imagine why. They really don't have a lot of confidence in the player to like understand the jumps well, do they, at this point?
I mean, like, that's a little non-standard to do a backflip from that distance. I don't know. You probably don't even need to spin, honestly. At least from that
Like I said,
side.
I usually just like triple jump and it's really easy. Then again, that's because I play this game like like a lot, so that's just my perspective. Yeah, less of a forest race and more of like a
Wooden
race
obstacle
on
course.
elevated platforms.
Yeah.
That was funny. Did you see that? Luigi's arms were like bobbing up and down, but his body wasn't.
I think that's where they tell you that long jumping is a thing you can do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Once you can get up onto that wooden section, then it becomes very, very easy. You just go in a straight line.
It's mostly hard in the sense that you can't really mess up once if you're doing the Luigi race.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really mess up at all.
If you fall off, that's definitely not really
Well, even
something
if
to
you're
come
playing as
back
Mario,
from.
that's GG.
That one's done. Is Sea Slide next? Yep, guess we'll save
Yep.
toy time for last then.
It's the water level where they don't want you to be in the water as much as possible. Or at least it feels that way sometimes.
I like how it's called Sea Slide, and there's like the slide part has so little to do with
It's the most level slide I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, I assume the slide refers to the thing that goes to the center island, but that rarely happens. What do you have to say?
I thought it meant slide in the sense that it's shaped vaguely like a slide. Even though it's really not.
You're one of those that actually talks. I'm aware.
This would have been like the perfect place to put the manta ray for like the third time.
to remember if something to that effect exists in Odyssey.
What's that now?
Manta ray-esque thing.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. Probably something that I'm just not thinking of.
Apologies for the background noise.
The cops are after you, Luigi. There's really nothing hard about this in the slightest.
Just don't hit these water things, or you'll get slightly disoriented.
I mean, the numbered rings themselves even give you air. I always felt like that thing should, like, come all the way down to crush you, if you're not careful.
Yeah, I was like...
But it really doesn't.
No, not really. Oh, not even phased. At least the coach guy reacts if you throw the shell right into his gut. This guy takes a shell to the face. Doesn't even flinch. Maybe I just slightly misaimed.
He's like, you can't hit me, I'm not a boss fight.
Strange that you can get this on the very first thing, but I guess once you've seen the course, it's basically just...
Pretty much.
The same.
It's basically the same thing, but I don't know if riding a shell is faster than just spinning constantly.
I never really thought about that, truth be told. Give it a whirl.
I feel like I have this memory of just like spamming the spin underwater is the fastest way to do this race.
Means you don't have to throw the shell at the last second at least.
Wow, this is the last race in the game, isn't it?
Yeah, it does seem to be keeping pace at least. Well, not if I miss the ring. This doesn't seem worth it.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't think the ring even does anything if you don't have a shell.
Maybe you just redid the first section of the watch.
I mean, that is probably true.
At least you can see that red shell in the background.
Nothing's gonna stop it now.
I wonder what the requirements for the purple coins appearing are in most courses. Because typically I do them late enough that you wouldn't even know for most courses.
I don't know aside from beating the game.
It's kind of cool that that shell has like a kind of bluish look to it.
Yeah, that is cool looking now that I see that. I wonder if that's intended or not. Extra points for the stylish jump out of the water. Yeah, I guess that's the last cosmic race in the game. Weird it's that galaxy.
We'll see one more fast foe at least. Again, for a dubious definition of foe. That said, if like the later levels of most Kirby games are any indication, I don't want to know what actual fast foes would look like. Just Goombas running around at Mach 1.
Quadruple speed. And now you basically do the same thing again as mission 1.
But after that, we do fetch quest, and fetch quest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Admittedly, using that to describe the secret star is a little bit of a stretch.
Just enjoy the swimming while it lasts.
It's so weird that you just have to manually dive.
Yeah, the game kind of like locks you on the surface, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm just gonna hug this inside until I accidentally jump out and waste a bunch of time. Strictly speaking, this should save time to do. You don't get caught on every corner. Oh, hello. That was not ideal. Luigi, make the turn! Yoink. This is probably a lost cause at this point.
Well, props to that guy for, like, misleading you.
Whoa. Gee whiz. I may have to look into
Time for
my
the
other
Mario
controller.
Sunshine strat of just running along the side, right?
I kind of want to try that, honestly. If it were
Oh
a
god,
little
with
bit,
Luigi? Ugh.
if it were a little bit thicker, it'd be worth at least attempting for fun.
I do it with Mario, but not Luigi.
Let me check to make sure these even have any batteries. Okay, that one does. Maybe that's the one I was using last time. Sorry. Brief intermission.
So hey, new games were just announced for the Nintendo Online service.
Oh, I missed that. Like, just?
Apparently.
Didn't Arlo just make a video about how they're, like,
Yes.
squandering the potential of the Switch for playing old
I mean,
stuff?
it's a lot slower than it used to be fair, but
Hello, please connect.
maybe they took that to heart.
Oh, I have to hit 1 and 2. Duh. Is the Nunchuk what's worn out here? Oh boy.
Yeah, one of my nunchucks would pretty much do something like this.
Well, those are easier to replace at least, probably. Okay, it must have been the Nunchuk. Wow, this thing has a dirty stick. Give me a sec. How is it this much dust collected?
Sounds like my Wii U gamepad.
That's in at least slightly better shape, given that I use it every time I do one of these streams.
Like for me, it's like I keep my gamepad out of the way. Why does it still have this much dust on it?
Sigh.
So yeah, the new games they just announced are Star Fox 2, Super Punch-Out, Kirby Superstar, wow,
Surprisingly, that one didn't make the first cut, yeah.
Breath of Fire 2, and then for NES, Journey to Silius? I've never heard of that, and
Oh, yeah.
Crystalis.
That's a classic.
It's in all caps, so should I be shouting that?
Journey to Silius!
Journey to Silius! But yeah, Kirby Superstar, I can finally play that, wow. It's a good thing I didn't get this SNES Classic after all.
Like, if you've played Subspace Emissary, it's basically the same thing, but just with one playable character.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Can we reset this?
Luigi goes to the ref and asks for a do-over.
This is a good way to get a bunch of deaths added to the death count real fast. The Z button's kind of stuck on this too. What a disaster. I need to replace all of these controllers apparently.
I don't even want to know what my Wii controllers are like these days.
Seriously obnoxious.
Imagine playing a game like Skyward Sword with controllers like these. It's basically me.
I don't know whether the controller itself or the nunchuck is primarily at fault here, because I feel like none of these combinations are working properly from the 2 nunchucks and 2 controllers.
For me, it's always the nunchuck, where it's like, doesn't stay in well enough, and every time I swing it, it like slips out a little bit.
Imagine if I were trying to go for those slightly higher jumps with the nunchuck. Oh, the gold is probably that arch.
It is a lap, indeed.
Never mind, it's not even that arch.
Nice of that ring to like turn towards you, though.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, the ring behind you there like turned towards you so you could swim and do it easier.
I just assumed the race was over as soon as there was ground to get out on. I forgot these guys were already building the cannon for the next star. What? I guess we won't get to hear what they had to say about that. We'll save that hungry Luma for if we need a comet to spawn.
It might get a little rough from here on out, he says as you go to Honey Hive again. You know, not gonna lie, I feel like the bedroom Galaxies were much more difficult.
Yeah, I'd probably
like
agree
all
with
3
that.
of those can be way harder than these. Like, I feel like I remember dying in Freeze Flame a lot in my first time because I couldn't jump out of the water well.
It'd be nice if we could just spin at the surface and maintain the speed. Actually needed star bits for this. Hopefully,
It's not a lot at all, it's like 20.
it's like, hopefully it's 34.
Or no, maybe it's 40.
It would be
I don't
40.
know, I can never remember these Hungry Lumas that well.
Yeah. Give me a sec. I don't know if there are any out in space there. We're gonna have to find some a ways off.
There is a mushroom ship out there, right?
Yeah, I couldn't remember if there were any star bits up there or not, though.
I was just saying, because it's like, if you get in that cannon before feeding the Luma, are you just dead? But no, there's a ship up there from what I remember.
Wait, are there seriously no star bits? Okay, there's some.
Yeah, there's some up the palm tree. Aren't there? It's like little bubbles.
Oh, I have 40 already. know, I don't dare take this, because it's probably going to send me all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah, most the sling stars all around just take you back to the start.
Gravity, please. It's not miss. Have to go all the way back for 1 star bit. Don't see any out there at the moment.
Figures he had to go and surround the black hole and not, like, somewhere safer.
Yeah, imagine if this were anywhere else.
That first platform always looks so close, like it looks like it's gonna fall right out from underneath you. I never knew a good order for this. I just kind of do it somehow.
This is definitely not the best order I could be doing this in. There's got to be some way you can trace the whole shape without ever having to double back on your steps. How did I just get those without getting the things underneath them? That's problematic. Just gonna have to take a flying leap for those and hope I get them. Well, so much for that. Seriously, how did I hit those platforms?
What, were you crouching or something? Or like went over them somehow?
Maybe. I don't know, man.
At least they put you right back here.
Maybe it just starts with those two already done.
Could you imagine if it was like, you gotta feed the thing over again?
Yeah, honestly, that's a little bit more generous than I expected it to be. Oh, maybe I walked on the edge between two of them. Like I just did.
Really easier to do that with Luigi.
Shoot. I'll have another chance to pick that up.
I'm sure the best way to do this is something really like... Maybe it's like the mole cave from Mother 3, where it's just like, always turn whenever you can turn, or something.
Yeah, wouldn't doubt it. Okay, got that one. Dang it. I really wanted to take a flying long jump, but the game after
Yeah, that's the most fun part of these.
changed the camera on me. Now that we've put off the silver stars, guess it's inevitable.
Well, now we know how the next 20 minutes are gonna go.
Surely it won't take that long.
Probably not, but it just feels like it.
I'll just forget where one of the silver stars is and have to circle back around the whole place.
Yeah, they're hard to miss. They're on like every major landmark, I guess.
Or you can just kind of stop before you get to that dome-shaped thing. That's one way of doing that.
Speedrun strats.
Yep, reception.
It's like Mario Sunshine, where they just add random clouds around as like platforms. But you can't make them bigger now. Yeah, I was gonna say, like around that like metal gizmo thing, the guy tells you there's none in the water past here.
Yeah. there's none on the water, period, if memory serves.
Well, he just tells you, like, in general, between here and there's nothing.
Sling Star is totally unnecessary. I forgot that Sling Stars don't actually take your bee suit away, like Launch Stars do.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I never really noticed or thought about it.
Like that grass despawned, but it was still clearly visible on screen.
Yeah, the seaweed.
Luigi isn't much for picking up shells.
Huh, weird. Yeah, there's like nothing past this lighthouse, I want to say. Obviously, what else would there be between here and there?
I don't remember if there was anything up here specifically. Oh, I guess we'll never know. Take a look from the top of this tree first. No, there definitely isn't.
It's the purple coins.
Yeah, there's one on the other tree. Let's actually take that Sling Star rather than go all the way back. This tune always just reminds me of some Mario 64 hack that had like a very, very bad port of this music in it.
One of those.
It's just like, they used an instrument that just stopped having notes at some point, and then it just made them all some high C. Like, near the top of the melody on this. Please don't
got like yesterday I was listening to just like a playlist of Super Mario World remixes of like other game series songs. And just kind of it was just kind of funny when some of the more like complex like Final Fantasy tracks just like did not work in Super Mario World sound font.
You'd be surprised what you could do under the
Oh, I mean I'm surprised too. Some sounded really good.
You can do a lot under that 8-channel limitation. I like how they
I love whenever any track is like predominantly electric guitar and you hear that like Mario World guitar sound. So yeah, see, they put the old penguin here on this galaxy. They even give him a name. You are now Silver Luigi.
Kangaroo. Hello. See that guy?
These guys are a lot easier to hit with Luigi.
You can see that. See, that only took 19 minutes and 45 seconds.
Just imagine from my point of view, I don't even get to hear the music.
Just listen to me on the video and then, like, answer me 30 seconds
yeah, just
later.
listening to two JDAsters at once. Yeah, I mean, that Galaxy is not that bad. I just think it could be a lot better.
Tis the the Snow Kingdom effect.
I wouldn't put it that low.
I mean, for this game, I would.
That's true, yeah.
I wouldn't. There's certainly none I dislike more. Oh man, and then we get to see this and hear this music that like nobody ever talks about. Like not the main music here, but the
I was gonna say, like, which
Bowser
one?
bit.
The Mecha Bowser music?
I really dislike how it's just like not quite feasible to make that first cycle.
Yeah, it's toy time. I really like this galaxy quite a bit.
Didn't they use this music in one of the like first trailers for this game?
I do not know. I don't know enough about trailers for this one. I'm just curious why they changed this music ever so slightly in Galaxy 2. Where it goes like slightly down in pitch instead of up in pitch like this one does. Also, I love that this area has like a fun little secret along like the pipes to the right.
Yeah, I was gonna show that off if I could remember where it was. Is this the one you were talking about, or is there...
Yeah, along here. This is a secret I've always liked. If this were Odyssey, that's where a lot of purple coins would be, probably.
Yeah, just those last three.
That just seems perfectly like that is a purple coin area if I've ever seen one.
I don't remember what... Oh, yeah. It's like, I was trying to remember what the purple coins in this one were. How could I forget?
You know, it's that one.
One that everyone likes to complain about.
It's platforming. Speaking of things everyone likes to complain about.
Indeed.
I mean, this isn't really a power-up when you think about it. It solely exists to make things more difficult for you.
I mean, you could say that about half the power-ups in this game.
I guess I could, huh?
Like, they could have made Fire Mario able to spin and just bound the fireballing to any other button.
Huh. Wiimote and buttons? Nah. This game doesn't really use the B button much, does it?
Only for a start bit. Okay, fine, you know? I didn't need to know what was in those boxes anyway. Well.
I mean, most of the fun in any of the B suit levels is doing it without the B suit. So yeah.
It's definitely plenty possible to do this without this too. Shoot, did I take a correct path?
No, this just leads to a pipe.
Which I will eventually find my way into.
This is like getting into doors with a bike in Gen 5 Pokemon.
Doesn't this turn all the remaining bricks?
Yeah, this is a fun challenge.
Yeah.
You want to avoid breaking as many as possible.
Yeah, that's like a Mario 3 bonus room. The pyramid one with the 2 rows of bricks.
Right.
Watch me miss. I do like the challenge of getting to that middle platform.
Yeah. It's a lot harder than it looks.
Taking right angles, this is not this thing's point. Unless they're right angles off a wall, like that. Oh boy.
I'm pretty sure you can't get up this wall without the spring shoe. True.
That they coated in anti-wall kick paint.
No, it's just too high, I want to say.
Too high. What is too high to Luigi?
Well, even for Luigi. This, however, isn't. I'm pretty sure I remember getting up to the top of this bottle pretty easily.
Yeah. We're not gonna bother
Yeah, right there.
waiting that whole thing out with the spring thing. no, this music only appears in this one mission, and nobody ever talks about it.
It is really weird, but it's really fun. It's really catchy. I like it.
Thank you for that. I was probably supposed to unscrew that other thing.
I also just love the premise of this, how you're just like slowly taking this thing apart.
Yeah.
But does this count as a boss fight?
Gravity, decide which side I'm on, please. Not too invested in
It's just always fun. And then there's just a random bat over there. What?
Oh. I like how those launch stars, for some reason, take a little bit of time to respond.
Yeah, they
to
take
your
about a
input.
second to actually like work.
Meanwhile, that whole arm is busy falling away.
I wonder what happens if you stand on that arm as long as possible.
Go. This just takes you back down.
It's way back up, I want to say.
Yeah. Just to make sure there wasn't some secret I was missing.
Arm is still falling down there, it looks like.
Oh, hello.
Now this I know you can do without the suit. You can like climb up here. I think. Or maybe it's the next level.
You can definitely make it up there. I just need to... What? I don't even know what I got hit by there.
Always satisfying.
Indeed. You can see those other two guys. Only saw the two in there.
And the guy back there better catch up. He's about to fall off. And then we bring these guys back to the observatory, and Rosalina tells us how much she dislikes them.
Oh, I guess you have to do that. That makes sense. You need the spring mushroom. Experience with it before they throw you into matter splatter. That is fair.
Oh, yeah, I guess so, huh?
It's like Boy Base not being unlockable until you've done a mission in Beach Bowl? Or something like that. Is that a drip drop in one of those two?
This is one of those hungry Luma levels, but I always remember it being kind of stingy, like pretty tight on the star bits you need.
It's like 50 or 80 or some large number for how early in the course
Yeah,
it
there's
is.
not much room for like missing any.
You are just handed 32 right at the beginning. Well, if it's 50, I'm already squared away, so let's just hope. I like how you
I want to say it's like 70 or something. Could be wrong. Like I said earlier, I could never remember what amounts they want.
it's 50.
Oh, fair enough. It's just a lot if you miss some of those like early ones.
The trick is just to die, because this game allows you to do that.
Yeah.
Galaxy 2, not so much. You can see that one starship just floating a mile in the sky. This is how you're meant to get it. I feel like on my first time playing through this, I'm like, wow, how on earth do you get those ones? Like, I don't know, it took me way too long to realize you could walk on the side for this. 'Cause, I don't know, sometimes it's not obvious. I suppose the whole...
Usually you don't walk around very angular platforms. And then they needed to put a guy here to tell you you can just jump to the one in the middle there.
Well, apparently you can't jump to it here.
I can't tell you how many times I've gotten squished by like the teeth of the tox boxes here.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm trying to save myself a bit of time here.
Or like these where you get hit by them and then you're just kind of getting pushed along them for a bit. But what are these things called? Because they're obviously an enemy since they're sped up in the fast foe version.
Wow, I just got saved. Why did it take that long to register I hit the last one? Probably thought I was dead.
It probably did, yeah.
I was, very briefly. Thankfully this isn't Mario 64. 'Cause I would have
Now
been
you
dead
have to do
there.
a zombie hover.
I would have collected the coin, but still stayed at no health. I remember, like, Galaxy 2, I mean, since Player 2 can just carry coins around, I remember cheating death a number of times that way.
I never did get to play these games two-player.
Yeah, this one, I didn't play
Galaxy
too
2 has a
much.
lot more as far as two-player, I want to say.
It's definitely more tangible what you can do, for sure.
I know you can grab purple coins with two-player in Galaxy 2,
Oh, yeah.
which is pretty crazy.
This is why I did the secret first, so I could make sure this spawned earlier. I guess I'll be doing that Hungry Luma after all the courses.
It's definitely this one where, like, when walking on top of the switches, sometimes I would get, like just barely squished by the teeth of these things. Oh, that's probably more just bad timing on my part.
This guy? Now we're done with those.
Yeah, this is about double speed, I want to say.
I buy that. More so than I buy the one in Beat Block, Galaxy being double speed.
Oh no, that's very obviously like quadruple speed. Because normally it's like every 8 beats to the music, the blocks change, but in the Comet version it's every 2 beats.
Arguably, this section is less frustrating than double
Yeah,
speed.
really.
You don't have to wait as long for them to get out of the way. You're trying to clip your way to the side like I did last time. I like how there's nothing stopping you from just running straight into these and dying after.
Don't these like not have a hitbox when they stopped?
Oh, they do.
Or am I wrong? Okay.
I mean, the tox boxes you can certainly die from.
Well, yeah, those definitely.
I happen to
Those
pick
don't
a
stop.
relatively optimal path. It didn't require backtracking past them.
actually go to Mario this time.
Luigi meets Mario. Starting a friendship to last for years.
This is how they first met.
Estranged for years. Met in outer space, of all places. I like how that's very clearly not actually, like, the thing that you walk on. What you can see here from this distance.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Way back there.
Yeah. This time I got nowhere near 50. I missed a good number of them. They do give you these handfuls of drop to make up the difference.
Only so many, though.
Yeah, this is the one you're not meant to get yet.
It really is just, like, barely out of reach.
It certainly looks like it from that angle. Hello?
Yeah, this really is just Mario Toy Story, isn't it?
I definitely didn't do that the right way.
I also like how this is like a screw in a screw. This planet.
Yeah. Like it, I never remember where to go on this planet.
I can't either, actually. Now that you say that.
Presumably the fourth is coins, that much I do know. I guess there might be one up here in addition to the, oh yeah, there it is.
And then here, again, is a screw on a screw.
You know, in retrospect, should have grabbed those coins before I lowered the whole thing. Probably still could have grabbed them, but it's like, eh. Even if you could grab that fifth one early, it would probably not quite be possible.
At least you saved this one for last.
Now, this is a fun little planet. Sad they didn't reuse this anywhere else.
Yeah, really. Or make it, like, harder or something.
It's already got lava on it. What could they make that's harder than that?
Imagine if, like, the lava, like, killed you instantly in this game.
Oh boy, that's not what we want. Camera, please just...
I really love these yellow platforms.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, what's harder than platforms that just disappear? Platforms that become slopes.
Taking a page from TikTok vlogs, except these are a little bit easier to finagle your way around if you absolutely have no other option.
Yeah, they don't just, like, immediately remove control from you.
That's half the fun of watching speedruns of Mario 64, just how well they can be able to TikTok clock in motion.
Yeah, I could imagine.
It's gotta be really fun to play, not just to watch. If you can beat the whole course
Pretty much
in
any,
under 5 minutes.
like any 3D Mario speedrunning is like really fun, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Even these games where it's less about like speedrunning and more just like playing the game faster. So there's not as many like fast skips and clips and whatnot.
I like how, depending on the order you play these courses, that Undergrunt Gunner guy is almost in 3 consecutive courses.
Yeah. Hey, at least here he can actually damage you.
Imagine doing this without the spring.
Here's another dessert-themed area.
It's been a while, man. When was the last one? That one Hungry Luma Galaxy?
Yeah, pretty much. I just kind of find it funny how like dessert-themed level used to be like a really creative thing, but I felt like so many platformers lately have levels like these days. Hey, look, it's Food World.
I want to land on top of one of these.
Though I really like what Sonic Lost World did, where like they put the food level in the middle of the desert world, and then like in that level when it's loading, they just add an extra S in the word desert for dessert. It was pretty funny.
Oh, you gotta be able to make that jump. Well, not from that angle, you sure as heck can't.
Is that a wall or is it a thing of white chocolate?
It definitely looks like the latter. I was gonna say, you gotta be able to jump over that. It's just itching to be done. I think that's the last we see of the spring mushroom, besides that one-off galaxy later. Hello?
Which one later?
The matter splatter.
Oh, right. I keep
Luigi,
forgetting it's
please! Can you not grab that? No, you definitely can. How did you bump that twice, Luigi?
Yeah, at least we hear a freeze flame again.
Which
Just
apparently
all of a sudden, this music is back.
Which apparently does play in Galaxy 2 Shiverburn. I don't know why it didn't.
Yeah, it does. I remember it.
Well. Oh. Good thing we weren't quite close enough to that black hole for it to take effect. What, if I fall like right here, do I die?
I know. Huh. Oh yeah, like the entirety of Matter Splatter is like one of my favorite levels in the game. This was really hard right here when I didn't realize you could just skate between the gaps.
Oh. Yeah, that would make it easier. But long jumping over the whole thing is more fun. Oh, hello, life mushroom. Don't think I'll need that. Sheer number of star bits in this course.
Oh, I forgot there was another planet left.
See, this planet is why Luigi's Mansion 3 and its lack of put-outable torches makes me sad.
It's because it doesn't have a firepower like the first Luigi's Mansion did. I was kind of always hoping they'd bring that back, but I guess not.
Yeah, the lack of elemental stuff in it was kind of surprising, honestly. Not having played any game before.
Yeah,
so,
not for me, because Dark Moon didn't have any of it, so I just sort of assumed.
I mean, I went in with no prior knowledge of the series. I just sort of assumed you'd get little upgrades like that periodically, and then basically none happened.
No, not really.
Never mind, not the last we'll see of the spring. That said, I'll bet you 10 to 1 we can get up there.
Oh yeah, I've done it before.
Looks a little
Oh, don't quote me, but I want to say it's like Luigi only, but who knows. It's definitely a lot harder, just because you have to climb in front of the gun. Also, just based on where this guy's positioned, I always like to imagine he's shooting those gumballs, which is like electrically charged at you.
There we go. Now that we've proven we can do it, let's not.
Did you know there's a 1-up on top of him? Like further up?
I assume that's harder to get if you're not using the
Yeah,
spring.
that you need the spring for.
I mean, need is a strong word. Okay, game. Really? You're gonna make me take
This is the
life
hardest part
mushroom?
of the boss, is getting back to the arena. With the spring.
I cheated death once again.
Gave you the boost, the like fraction of a meter that you needed.
The death boost.
I guess when he's getting zapped, Luigi's hitbox expands.
I wouldn't doubt it. I like how he was really trying to knock me off there. What? Apparently he succeeded. What is with these simultaneous events? I like you can press A the second you get the thing.
Reminds me of Chugga dying on like Bowser Jr.'s machine. Just him getting flung around.
Yeah, maybe let's go any direction but straight.
Yeah, if anything, the spring seems to make this harder. But I guess that is what its purpose is.
At least he doesn't fling you off as immediately as that final Bowser Jr. fight does.
You should really not make the glass dome of these machines the weak spot.
Just make the glass jar the weak spot. You have to ping-pong his balls back into the glass.
Yeah, that would be fun. I mean, you say that, but then the next fight with him is, well, you know, basically that.
Yeah, fair. Was that it? I think that was everything, right?
Yeah, that was the third one.
Oh man, done already. One last thing to get. I love how easy it is to bonk on that door in both directions while still going through. Yeah, we won't see it again. Well, until purple comments are a thing, at least.
Oh, hey, it's this guy. This guy has, like, the most fun Hungry Luma course.
Okay, vote in the comments. B or boo. And then I'll probably do B.
How about
anyway.
neither? Can you manage
Yeah,
that?
neither. That'd be impressive. That's taking no power-ups to an extreme.
Well, no, not the B. You gotta go. You have to go boo. Like, come on. It's clearly the more fun one.
Is it really, though? I mean, yeah, I guess.
I mean, they're basically the same.
B, boo, or spring? Just imagine if there was some third bathroom. It's like, you gotta
go,
get
like,
it in there
above
one
the
more
thing.
time somehow.
Yeah, but so many levels already have the B.
I don't know how I wasn't aware that Yoshi could eat magic rupees in Galaxy 2.
They're just not usually in the same levels.
Yeah? Well, I mean, besides the very first one you're getting in, but at that point they're gone already.
Yeah.
The very first and the very last, I think. That may be it. The thing about D is then you can keep him for this outer section and not have to get
No,
across
you can't
this.
actually.
Can you not? Really? Well, hello!
Yeah, both suits just disappear when you get up here.
Alright, never mind then. I thought the moonlight was what canceled
From what
it
I
out
remember.
for the boo. Well, oh, never mind. There's a halfway point. It doesn't look like you could easily jump that anyway. Okay, take it back. That's closer than it looked. Also lower than it, or higher than it looked.
You can with the rainbow star. Like build it up enough speed, and then you can do a big jump over across the gaps.
Okay, that's definitely not makeable. From the yellow section, it probably is. Fine, we'll go around.
No, you can just jump over it with the rainbow star, like momentum. Well, probably anyway.
Well, it's moving too fast to grab the edge. Dying while invincible. I feel like this one always gave me a bunch of undue deaths.
Yeah, probably. It's probably about the same.
This last section here, it's just a little finicky. Why did I even try that?
I feel like there's a whole, like, further out area of this that you don't really, like, need to ever go to.
Yeah, there's that gray section. What's even on it?
Doesn't seem to be anything.
It's like a one-up if you go far enough out. What wonder how big the gravity field on that center thing is. Can you take a flying leap from basically anywhere?
Oh yeah,
in
that's
the
what I
ground
usually
section?
do. That's what I always do.
Well, seeing as we're here, and we're not finishing the
Why not do it
sixth...
again?
We're not finishing the 6th dome tonight. Might as
Again, save the best for last.
Might as well take the fight to Bowser.
But can you skip this cutscene?
Why would you want to? It's got the Gateway Galaxy music in it. Not Gateway. What is the
good
name of
point.
that first galaxy? I don't even remember.
What, Good Egg?
No, the first Grand Star Galaxy.
No, that's Gateway.
Oh yeah. Is it?
Yeah, because you can go back there through the... Well, not back to that part, but...
I was gonna say. Like, I
So
don't know
wait, is the center of the universe in Peach's castle?
Yeah, no, what is all this? Like, this doesn't look anything like
I know.
Peach's Castle once you get into it. The fate of the universe.
Man, she really remodeled this castle when we were gone.
I like how there's no, like, introduction flying to the thing. It just instantly starts.
Oh yeah, you're just kind of like walking on it. Yeah, this was the level I kept saying where, like, on the desert planet, there's a tornado you can spin out of with Luigi, and it takes you out of the planet's gravity field.
I can buy that.
Only with Luigi.
Luigi physics, man. Just gonna skid to the very edge of this beam multiple times. I mean, if I'm gonna skid to an edge, the top edge where you just fall straight back down is probably the right one to fall.
Yeah,
into.
probably. I mean, I do like this level, but I definitely have to admit, I think Galaxy 2's final level is, like, way cooler.
I think this one's mechanically a little more interesting.
Yeah, that's fair. It's also always shorter than I remember it being.
Boy, I swear I never knew about this long jump thing before this.
It just kind of cheeses that section.
I mean, you can long jump through most of these sections. Wow, we got so much speed going there.
Even though it doesn't look like it, you are timed on this section here.
Yeah.
The platforms are disappearing.
Very, very nearly
It
didn't
always-
make it through that.
That section always feels awkward to me. And, like, I never feel like I'm doing it right.
Points. Those are appreciated.
Oh man, it's the final level. At least gotta put him underneath thwomps. Remember the very first time I got here? I remember dying in this planet a lot, and I have no idea why.
Maybe you were rushing it about as much as I am. That was,
Yeah, probably.
That was never gonna happen. Something to give you just enough
Like-
coins that it's just kind of pointless.
Like, You ever get to the end of the game when it's really late at night and you're
Yeah.
like, well, I gotta finish this, and then you play really bad just because you're really tired, but you're like, well, I have to finish this now.
Yeah.
Might as well. Wow, Bowser Jr. is huge now.
Yeah, I feel like that relative size...
Remember when he used to be smaller than Peach?
You mean like in every game besides this?
Yeah, or, I guess so.
I mean, maybe Sunshine, too? I haven't played that in a while.
Oh, no, he's like that's what I was basing it off of. He's like twice her height in that game. Twice shorter, I mean.
I like how you can land that final triple jump going into the cutscene.
You just triple jump up to this ship back there.
I know there is a way you can skirt around some cutscene edges to, like, glitch out this final section and get up there before you're supposed to. But I don't recall exactly what that involves. This is very Star Wars. All this talk of empires and whatnot. They finally change up the Bowser fight just slightly. That was just bad. He just immediately canceled that attack because I took that hit.
Luigi's like, time out. Well, you better master your rock breaking now.
He's got a much bigger target than in Honey Hive or what have you. Well, except that time. Oh no, that was just bad cycling.
And then whereas I like Galaxy 2's final level more, I think this game has the far better final battle.
Got 3 distinct phases, man. Bad. You can just hit him whenever.
I really expected the center of the universe to look a lot more like end of the world-y. This really just looks like a lot. This really just looks like a lot of the other parts of the Galaxies we've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was using the rock power before we ever did.
It's a little less annoying than the spin thing in the second fight, honestly. Wasting all these coins. What?
And shoutouts to the extremely grandiose music.
I mean, it's not as over the top as the second games, but like...
No, but it's still just the intro to this third phase.
Yeah.
They're like da 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 da. Just hearing that music when it's just like more of the same of what you've seen before.
Dang it.
And I want to say you can crouch and the fireballs don't hit you, but don't quote me on that.
Ryan.
Doesn't this only take 2 hits, technically?
I think it does. Like, all 3 of them take 2 hits. Spin once more in the cutscene because... I feel like this should be like a much bigger Power Star, much like the end of 64.
And Sunshine, maybe. It's hard to tell if that last Shine Sprite's really big or not. You know, I don't know why we need this, but we'll take it anyway.
Yeah, we didn't even need the last one, honestly.
Time for a very abrupt ending, though. It's too bad they couldn't change Peach to be, like, slightly disappointed that it's Luigi here and not Mario. Hey, where was this played at? We didn't go on this one.
What's with Peach's random castle spire out there?
No, that's where the staircase was, wasn't it? Up to Bowser.
Oh, maybe. Like that, or the Tower of the Wing Cap got thrown into this galaxy too.
My empire of small elementally themed planets.
You know, the sand element.
The disappearing translucent platform element.
See, was that star really necessary? A lot of good it did.
It really does just kind of like fly off, like see it. And it turns out that removing the grand star from the center planet is what is causing this right now. Such a nice music track, though.
I remember this being like such a trippy visual.
It's just
Seeing
like,
it for the first time.
what is even happening anymore? Like you boundary break and then all the characters are floating outside in like T-poses. Jeez, I knew she was tall, but wow. Perhaps they'll grow up to be 121 green stars.
In this reborn galaxy, do I get to have my own torso?
I always did find that phrasing weird. It's like, usually people say, so you'll see, but she's like, so you'll see. But does Mario get to come back to life? Be cool if we could like play this level, but we still gotta do purple coins first.
Yes.
This is the part where Peach and Bowser become party members, right?
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome, new Galaxies.
Love the credits music, man. This is how to do a credits theme.
Truth be told, I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I'm sure it's very, very good.
Yeah, that being said, the credits themselves are not terribly interesting. But no.
Yeah, it's no Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah. Don't really get to see any. Where are
Fun
they now?
artist drawings.
But yeah, tis a fun game. Still holds
It's
up.
easily one of my favorites.
Luigi physics are a bit jank, but physics in general are a bit jank.
But that's
so
why you play Luigi.
Gotta have the full struggling with the controls experience as much as possible.
So we've seen in previous Mario game streams. Yeah, it's just hard to top. It's just hard to top the Galaxy games in that there's really nothing like them.
Yeah. Just a bit unfortunate that we have to watch this whole ending credits sequence twice.
I was gonna say, I'm like, well, we know we have to go through this again.
Also, hello Mario in all of the cutscene, the ending pictures. Couldn't you bother
Wow.
to take those twice? Also, we probably get spoilers for later Galaxies at some point. Yeah, hopefully the Nunchuk issues don't continue in future streams, but I can't promise anything. I don't think I'm gonna bother buying a new one for just these couple of streams. Because what else even uses a Nunchuk?
Super Paperman. No, not that one. Skyward Sword, that game you totally play. Probably other games I'm forgetting. But Xenoblade Chronicles, oh wait, that's getting a definitive edition.
Do you really have to remind me about that one star? Also, yeah, there's the Boulder Guy's 6 booze pick.
So fun. I always remember trying to do that myself.
Some dev was just showing off. Just spawned the 6 of them all at once.
I was gonna say, I'm like, good luck doing that when he's in that part of his phase.
Yeah, imagine hitting with all 6. Beyond the fact that's not even possible.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they just disappear after you get the 3 requisite hits.
That's what I was
in.
thinking.
No Kirby games require the Nunchuck, and I believe only one supports it in the first place.
Which one is that?
Return to Dreamland, I assume, supports it?
I thought that was a side Wiimote game.
No, yeah, that's how you would play it. I mean, you can, I think, play it with a GameCube controller if for some reason you decide to do that.
Well, I can't speak for Kirby. I don't know if that translates well to a GameCube controller.
Have fun using that little tiny B button to attack with.
Thank you
I
for
could think
playing
of
my
worse
game.
layouts. I'm just saying, if you have a GameCube controller game where you don't jump with A, it's wrong.
Well, hopefully, let's just assume that the storybook is all unlocked. And if it's not, let's just do it on my Mario file, just to be sure.
I mean, I imagine it definitely is now.
Mario.
Might as well finish off with that. Truth be told, it's been so long since I've seen this in its entirety.
Ooh.
It's definitely a rarity, optional lore in a Mario game.
This 1,000-year door, and I mean, not a Super Paper Mario. Most of
Super
the
Paper Mario had a
games.
lot.
Yeah, a ton of it actually.
Yeah, have you ever talked to those like cafe owners?
Yeah.
Like that guy says some things that always make me go like, wait, what? I've never seen this before.
Yeah, Nintendo was really on a lore kick with the Mario series
Yeah.
around this time.
It's too bad it hasn't really been a thing since, but oh well.
Kirby has taken its place. That was around when Kirby started getting ridiculous
Oh,
with
has it
its
really?
lore too.
But yeah, as this implies, she just started out as like a normal human being
That fixes spaceships and such.
and builds them like mushrooms for some reason.
Space travel, man.
I've never been to Japan or like gotten these sorts of candies that they're from, so I can't say what they taste like. Maybe ask Lenny, I'm sure he has.
Forgot they got their own chapter.
But what type of comment was it? Was it like cosmic one or where that like Peach is Rosalina's mother theory comes from? Admittedly, I've like totally forgotten all this lore about the observatory.
Yeah. Yeah, the music changed at this point.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember all this. Wow. I remember like the first 3 chapters of this.
Don't forget the cleanser.
That's all.
Cozy little room here.
Yeah, no Polestar, but hey.
Yeah. I can't make out if there's anything distinguishable in these frames.
No first-person mode. What a surprise.
But yeah, that's about all there is from the first playthrough of this game. So left to go. Maybe I can knock it out in one stream. Who knows? Or the top
Purple
dome
coins.
and a bunch of purple coins. Some of which are a lot longer.
Yeah, that's a
than
good
others.
question. It's like, how long would that take? Those Galaxies plus all the purple coins?
So many of them are kind of short, but then others are like really
Or just
long.
really long.
I love my nunchuck. I'm not doing any of this.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Just hold X, Y, and start for a few minutes. Oh, that's as good a time to stop as any. I'll try diagnosing this more before the coming stream and maybe invest in a new Nunchuk just to be safe. Anyway,
I'm sure you could find them cheap these days.
This has been ZstQFY and Cloudy Canine. I'll see you guys around next week, probably.